Hi everyone! Here I have the Naked 3 eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay, and this time around I've decided to make a longer format video because I had a lot that I wanted to share about this neutral eye palette with all of you. I will be creating a soft blend evening glam or date night look using this palette and sharing my thoughts and tips about the colors in this palette along the way. I will be starting with the color Strange. I have already primed my eyelids here and I'm going in with this shade using a fluffy brush to highlight the area just beneath my brow arches and also the inner corners of my eyes. I love this shade because it gives a subtle pearly glow to the skin, and I'm using a fluffy brush here because I want a soft blend with no harsh edges. Now I will be repeating this step on the other side. I am highlighting the inner corners of my eyes because my eyes are pretty close set to the center of my face, and highlighting this area helps to visually push them further apart. Next, I'll be using the color Limit, which is a very soft neutral pink as my first transition shade. I'll be applying this color to my eye sockets, going a bit above them as well because I have semi-hooded eyes, meaning that my eyelids partially disappear beneath the fold of skin above them when I open my eyes. Whenever I do my transition shades, I also like to extend it slightly beyond the outer corners of my eyes because I have round eyes and a wide face. So I find that this helps to make my eyes seem a bit longer or almond shaped and take up more space on my face so that my face seems less broad. To get a softer blend, using gentle strokes and holding your fluffy brush further away from the brush tip helps. Now I'm blending this color down onto my eyelids to get a soft blend and repeating whatever I've done for the other eye. I find the pigments for this palette not very strong compared to many other brands that I've used, but their intensity is buildable, making it suitable for beginners and those who are heavy-handed because it is hard to get too much on the first application for this palette. If you like more intense colors like me, you can always go back in and pack on more product. I would suggest building the colors slowly rather than packing on as much as you can at one go because that may result in patchy makeup. I will also be using this color as a transition shade beneath my eyes because I find that this makes the entire look more sultry for a night out. As this color is my main transition shade, I like to ensure that there are no harsh edges and everything is well blended out. For my second transition shade, I'll be using Nooner, which is a slightly darker version of Limit. I am still using the same fluffy brush, but this time I will be focusing more on the eye crease and outer corners of my eyes and blending downwards towards my lids. Again, I am making sure that I blend out any harsh edges. I find the matte shades on this palette really blendable and easy to work with. All you need is some patience to get that soft blend. Once you're done blending, you can clean your brush or get a new fluffy brush if you have one because we will be moving on to the glitter shades. For the glitter shades, I will be using a makeup setting spray to help pick up product and reduce fallout. I've tried applying them with a dry brush before and they were a nightmare to work with. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Buzz with my fluffy brush which has been pre-sprayed with some makeup setting spray and dab it on the midsection of my lids. I find that dabbing it helps to reduce fallout and helps the glitter shades adhere better to my lids. When I'm done, I just clean the brush on the back of my hand and pick up the next glitter shade called Dust, which really lives up to its name if you're not using any makeup setting spray or eyelid primer. I'm just going to be applying dust on the inner corners of my eyes as a highlight and again to help widen the space between my close-set eyes. If you have wide-set eyes, highlight the outer corners of your eyes instead to help push your eyes visually towards the center. Once that's done, I just clean my fluffy brush and spray it again with makeup setting spray before picking up the shade Factory. I'm applying a bit of this shade to the outer corners of my eyes here to add more depth or dimension to my eyes. If you have wide set eyes, remember to do the opposite and apply the darkest shade to the inner corner of your eyes instead. I'm also using Factory here to shade the outer corners of my lower lid to accentuate that depth as I don't have deep set eyes. I'm also blending Factory outwards towards the sides of my face to create more drama and make it seem like there's less space between the outer corners of my eyes and the sides of my face because this helps my face seem less wide. I'm going to go back to the shade Dust, but this time with a fine tip brush to add some highlights to the inner corners of my under eyes. Again, I'm wetting the brush tip slightly with a setting spray because this shade has a lot of fallout. I'm just applying this along the edge of my lower lid, and a good guideline is to do a third of the way or until you reach your pupil to brighten and open up the eyes more. Now we're finally done with the eyeshadows and it's time to go in with eyeliner. I'm using a dark brown eyeliner here to match my brows. I opted for dark brown brows for this look because I feel that it helps soften the look and also pairs better with the eyeshadow colors that I'm using here. To give the look a more sultry vibe, I'm adding on some false lashes. Once I'm happy with the placement, I just go in again with my eyeliner to fill in any gaps between my natural lashes and the falsies. I'm now going in with some neutral colored blush at a 45-degree angle to help narrow my face further. If you feel that you need additional contouring, now's the time to apply it. I like to keep this whole look neutral, so I have some neutral colored lipstick on that completes the look. Don't forget your setting spray before heading out to keep your makeup looking good for longer. So, what do I think about this eye palette? In my opinion, this eyeshadow palette is more suited to fairer skin shades because of how subtle the colors are, and I've also tried it on myself with a darker foundation and it didn't look quite as good because the colors didn't really stand out. It does come at quite a high price point and the glitter shades do have a lot of fallout, but a good eyelid primer and setting spray does help to reduce the fallout tremendously and bring out the colors. On the whole, I think that the colors are really pretty and are really blendable, so they're suitable for beginners. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support me, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more beauty content. If you have any questions about this product, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video.